Sí.
Un saludo especial para la gente hermosa de Canadá.
Muchas gracias.
Desde Cali, Colombia. Allá está haciendo frío, aquí no. A toda la gente beautiful de Canadá. You people, I love you forever. And you from Colombia. Hey, bye bye.
The ocean breeze is saying Colombia, that's the life.
¿Cuál es más superior? El 1 o el 2. Por eso, ¿y quién queda campeón entre el 1 y el 2?
Buenas empanadas, damas y caballeros, ¿cómo estás? And welcome to day 2 here in Santa Cruz de Mompox in Colombia. Had a great day yesterday, got a feel for the town. Plan is to do a sunset tour tonight along the Rio Magdalena. And at the moment, I'm about to enter the Cemetary del Rosario, the Cemetery of Rosario. And it's, as you're going to see in just a second, quite large and quite ornate, quite interesting. Check it out. This is the main entrance here. As you can see, some of these are quite basic, and others have more of a fancy setting for their corporeal self. Lots of people still putting flowers, obviously, on some of the tombs. Some of you may think that this is a little bit morbid to be filming inside of a cemetery, but if you're like me, you believe that what we call death is not final, and that we have a soul that carries on afterwards. Where that soul goes and what it does and what we call the afterlife, I really don't know for sure. I can only speculate, but personally I feel very confident that once the body vehicle expires, that's not it for us. And I don't say that because it's what I want to believe. It's years and years of looking into that topic because I find it very fascinating. It's like we have a little kitty feeding area here. Oh, look at the little kitten. Hola. ¿Esta área es para los gatos?
Sí.
Ah, bueno. Entonces, cada mañana tiene comida para los gatos?
Sí.
¿Gatitas?
Sí.
Ah, super, chévere. Very nice. Nice little gesture that they feed the cats in the mornings. Looks like it's quite a labyrinth around here. I'm not going to show you any close-ups or reveal any names. Just give you an overall impression what it's like to see a rather fancy cemetery here in Colombia. It's I think the fanciest one that I've seen so far. I mean, it's almost rather park-like. Just goes on and on here. Trying to find my way out the other end so I can show you where I got dropped off yesterday on the bus, so you can see why I was a little bit concerned, wondering where the heck I'd gotten off. Okay, is there a way out down here? This just looks like a garbage dump here. It doesn't look like it. I think I'm gonna have to go all the way back out from where I came in and find a way out that way. I'm presuming you can hear that music in the background. It's actually quite loud, so the we'll call them occupants of the cemetery get to listen to loud music every day. But that's the Colombian way. Having a little nappy there. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go literally all the way out. So imagine you just enter a town and you see all this garbage and you see kind of a dirty, dusty stop, and you look about and you see nothing but dirt roads, not very nice looking. This is where I got dropped off yesterday in a bus just like that one, Copatran. It's a really nice bus, I have to say. But I thought, what the heck have I gotten myself into at this place? I knew this was Mompox because I saw a little sign that actually said the name of my hotel on it, 150 meters that way, but I thought, this does not look like a very nice looking town, but thank goodness I found out otherwise after I checked in. I'm also here because I wanted to look into the schedule for buses going to the coast, specifically Toulouse for tomorrow, but apparently Copatran doesn't have any buses going there, so they told me to go down to this way to Brasilia.
Oiga, llame para el mote. Oiga, tenemos mango grandote, un mango, oiga, mango tomi, aproveche y lleve mango tomi.
I love these little shacks where they sell things. What do we have here? Looks like what we'll call the real Mompox, as opposed to the touristy version. And I always like checking out the real version, see how the real people live. Is this a Sunday market, or is this a daily thing?
You speak
Buenos
English?
días. I speak English, yes.
Habla inglés, español,
Hablo inglés.
español,
Sí, un poco.
americano,
Soy canadiense.
canadiense, Canadá,
Canadiense, sí, señor.
frío, allá,
Ahora es un poco frío.
frío, antes, 0 grados,
¿Cómo?
0 grados.
Hoy sí, más o menos cero.
Sí. Wow.
No me,
Canadá.
no me gusta.
¿No te
No es
gusta?
bueno.
Aquí, bacano.
Mucho mejor aquí.
Pues aquí, calor,
Sí.
30 grados.
Sí, es mejor que cero.
¿Qué está buscando? Papaya.
¿Cómo?
Papaya, fruta.
Ah, tengo papaya ya.
Ah, no tiene. Allá ve.
Ah, ok. Bueno,
Pescado.
voy a explorar.
Ah,
Mucho gusto. Gracias. So this appears to be a little mall. So here I was looking for papaya, and that guy sells papaya. The question is, do I need other fruits? Cool, I love these kind of places. A bunch of them are closed up, but lots are open. Got music going, very lively. I'm sure the gringos don't come this way too often, so I'm a novelty here. Gracias. Nice gentleman pointing me in the way of the exit, or maybe encouraging me to leave. Who knows? You never know. Looks like we have the same on the other side here. Got a barber over there. Got loud music and people drinking. It's only about maybe 11 o'clock a.m. Sunday morning. What else do we have along here? Got your usual fried kind of stuff, which I definitely stay away from. And we have some more stalls over on this side, but I'm going to continue on my hunt for Brasilia bus line, so I can find out what the deal is. I might stay an extra day actually, beyond today. Today would be night 2. There's Omega, Rapido, Choya. Way better down here. I like the these areas where they have all the open markets like that. Ooh, it's getting toasty out, I tell you. It's supposed to be 36 degrees Celsius today, but that is nothing to complain about compared to the 0 Celsius that they have back home, and even Victoria is a little bit chilly right now. Guy is selling a bunch of vegetables and fruits. Where is Brasilia? There we are. I don't know, maybe I'm not meant to leave Mompox, because he just told me that they don't actually have any buses going directly to Tolu or Covenius. I'd have to go to Sincelejo, which I've heard of, but I really don't know much about it, other than it's probably not the nicest town. Lots of plantains and vegetables there. So I guess I'm gonna have to look up on the map where exactly Sincelejo is and figure it out from there. No big deal.
a regalarme 1000 de tomate de árbol.
De la moto.
Buenos días, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, bien.
Buenos días. Una porción de sandía, por favor.
¿Qué quiere, papi?
¿Y cuánto es? 2000. Bueno, muchas gracias. Got me a nice big piece of watermelon for 2,000 pesos, which is about 67 cents. Probably a little more than I need, but getting a little thirsty. Pretty good watermelon.
Oiga, compre guineo verde, compre guineo maduro. Oiga, tenemos ñame, aproveche pueblo a comer ñame, oiga, ñame.
Everyone gets crying. Note that this watermelon, sandia, has seeds. Just the way that God made it, instead of the Frankenstein Monsanto version. So as you can see, now I'm walking towards my hotel. The roads are still all dirt and gravel. Not exactly very impressive or pretty. So I was starting to think that this whole town was going to be like this. Thank goodness it wasn't. Apparently they have quite a big jazz festival here. That would be fun to see. Just getting close to the main Parque Principal. Things are getting a little bit more lively down here.
Atardecer. A las 4:30 hay que estar acá. Empezamos a abordar. Citamos a las 4, una media hora antes, pero a las 4:30 hay que salir.
Sí, ok.
¿Y cómo está la cámara? Bastante, ya bastante evidencia. La cámara.
Ah, sí, voy a traer mi cámara. ¿Necesita mi nombre y información o...?
Sí, solamente el nombre y ya.
All right, I have my ticket for the tour later on at about 4:20 p.m. I think it's going to be about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Not sure exactly what it entails, but I know part of it is to try and see a nice sunset, cruising along Rio Magdalena, so that should be fun. Really looking forward to that. Now I have to figure out where to have lunch and then what to do with the rest of my day. What I just passed by there is the famous cheese buns or whatever the heck they are. Boca Rio. I think that's kind of a jam. So not really much for bread stuff, especially light bread, but when in Mompox, I like to try things when I'm in certain regions, get a flavor for the area. I mentioned that I was going to look for a locals only kind of a place for lunch, but holy crap, the music's going to be that loud from across the street. I can't handle that, so I'm going to have to continue looking. Then a quarter block later, you got another, it looks like a restaurant. This got just as loud in music. I don't know if I can handle that loud music. That's crazy. And there's no one in either of those restaurants, and it's prime time for lunch, so that could be a sign too. Just gonna walk through this little park area here. Some murals on the wall. Right over there, that's the main road that I came in on yesterday when I came from Bucaramanga. It's a nice, shiny, new-looking building. Okay, so got another place across the street here. A few people there. Music isn't quite as loud. So, is that a restaurant or is that a bar? I'll go check it out, but if that's not that doesn't work out, gonna have to head back into town. Well, this is interesting. This is off the beaten path, but they've got all the buildings nicely painted down here. That place looked like people were just drinking beer, so I didn't see any food at all. So I guess I'm gonna have to head back into town and eat with the rest of the darn tourists. But this will give you an idea what it's like in the typical neighborhoods. It's actually quite nice, pretty green. Pretty little plastic flags streaming across the street. And just like that, the road turns to dirt. It's quite a different appearance when you have dirt roads. More loud music. Buenas tardes. ¿Tienes almuerzos corrientes?
Sí, señor.
¿Cuánto es por pollo, por ejemplo?
14.
¿14?
Sí, señor.
Ok, bueno. Es un restaurante privado solo para mí. Es broma. No estoy muy chistoso. Entonces, ¿tiene pechuga?
Sí, señor.
¿Y qué más?
Tenemos arroz de chorizo, tenemos pollo frito, pollo guisado, carne desmechada. Tenemos cerdo asado, carne asada.
Ok. Pechuga. A la plancha, sí. ¿Es con sopa y jugo?
Sí, señor.
Bueno. There you go. I found my restaurant. And I joked that it was private for me. But I said it with a straight face, so she didn't know I was joking. I like this kind of thing. Eat where the locals eat. Eat with the locals. 14,000. I even got me a fan. It's perfect. What more could a guy want? 14,000 pesos is less than $5 Canadian. Yeah, we'll see what the food's like in a moment. Usual first up. Moments later is the soup. Fairly chunky. It's like we got a bit of meat in there. Potato. Tiny bit of carrot. That I don't know what that was. Let's try that again. Kind of standard par for the course soup. I've got to tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised with how this looks. A little bit of spaghetti, beet salad, rice with a conical shape. That's a first. Platano, I love platano, and a good generous portion of chicken. And I think this is guanabana. So, and I was also pleasantly surprised with the soup, because this thing now that there's only a little bit of, I thought it was just one big bone, but it was all meat, so that was great. Gracias.
Con gusto, siempre la orden.
Hasta luego. There you go. Restaurante El Patio de Enya. And it's about a block more towards Rio Magdalena after you pass the stadium, if you want to come here. Well, she said it's 14,000, but apparently it's 16. Still, that's better than the price I had yesterday. And I just had more food than what I paid 17,000 for yesterday. Buenas. Now that's the kind of music I want to hear down there. You know, makes me feel like I'm in Memphis or in New Orleans. I like that. Should be more music like that down here because it lends to the atmosphere. Okay, now contrast the music I was just saying I really like with this. Now, this is just strictly my opinion, but my opinion is that if you're a semi-aware person, you're going to be aware that pop music is called pop music for a reason. For instance, popular music is liked by a good percentage of people. Now, I'm fine even with heavy metal. Judas Priest, bring it on. AC/DC, Scorpions, Van Halen. I grew up on all that stuff. I like that kind of music, but I'm also aware enough to realize that there's going to be people who don't like heavy metal or hard rock. And just the same, I think that an aware person's going to realize that electronic music or disco, rap in particular, I can't stand it. It's not my place to say that it's bad music. I just don't like it. So my opinion would be, if you're going to have unless it's a specialty place, a bar where you think you can attract a bunch of hard rockers or a bunch of disco fans, play music that the majority like. Because I would literally not go to a place that's playing that kind of music. That's just me, just my opinion. What do you think? Kind of thought there's going to be more murals in this town than there has been so far, but I'll show you what I can. This one goes for a while. It's actually kind of a tiled mural. Somebody playing the trumpet, saxophone. Another street that I haven't wandered down yet, but I'm gonna head back to the hotel for an hour and a half, and then it'll be tour time on the boat. This is the outside of the hotel where I'm staying at Hotel Las Elasonias, something like that. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is actually on a dirt road, and it just wasn't looking very promising at first, but nearby the concrete roads start, and so far it's been a decent place, no complaints. And just for a reference, in case you're interested in staying at the hotel, it's literally a quarter of a block from the big cemetery that I showed you earlier. Alright, time for me to head to the main square, and looking forward to this tour on the boat on the Rio Magdalena. Looks pretty good. It's just boat river cruise time. Try to get a good seat. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cuál es el mejor? ¿Izquierda o derecha? Por el sitio. A la izquierda. Bueno, gracias. Myself a grandpa rocking chair. Let's do a tour of this mighty craft. I don't think there's a whole lot to see, but probably have to use a life vest. The washroom over there. Captain's little area here. couple outboard motors. Refreshments. Nothing too fancy.
Si es queso recocido de cremadito y vainilla sal. ¿Tiene qué? ¿Queso? 171, pues está cumpliendo años.
Hoy estoy de cumpleaños. Gracias, gracias. 9 de febrero. Ya tengo la torta para compartir entre todos.
Y en todos los cumpleaños hace striptease.
Hoy vamos a hacer un tour algo diferente, hermoso. Se van a llevar ustedes una reseña histórica de lo que es Mompox, porque sé que muchos vienen a Mompox a escuchar un poco sobre esta historia de estas casas tan hermosas, la historia del pasado de este pueblo, la historia de esos españoles adinerados que llegaron a Mompox, que fundaron este pueblo, pero todos no sabemos la historia de quienes habitaron en esta isla, porque Mompox está en una isla bañada por el río Magdalena, en la cual abre su cauce en el Banco Magdalena y lo cierra antes de llegar a Mahangué, una de las islas más grandes que hay en Sudamérica, bañada por un río. Se le volteó la gente adinerada de la Gran Colombia, y Bolívar le dice a Manuelita: ¿a dónde voy a estar yo? Y le dice ella, dándole ánimo: vámonos para Europa. Y allá pasamos los últimos días en Europa, pero adelántese y espérenme en Mompox, y de ahí partimos para Europa. Él no esperó a Manuelita porque en el camino se entera del asesinato de Sucre, con S, y en otra parte Mompox escrito con X, porque se escribe Mompox con X, con S. 3 meses estábamos en la casa encerrados, hasta que decidan abrir ese túnel, para ver qué es lo que de pronto hay dentro. Oye, los misterios de Mompox, anímense. Hoy en día,
Here we go, the party's getting started. Our tour guide's birthday today. conga line. To be totally honest with you, I'm really surprised how quiet the motors are on this thing. This thing got away quite a bit, but the motors are really quiet. That's a bonus. I thought they were going to be really loud diesel engines or something until I got on board. Apparently it's a popular swimming spot. Party continues. You're on the SS Rio Magdalena. Looks like we're coming along a little village here. A whole bunch of pretty basic looking canoes. Guessing that catching fish is basically what they do for food all the time. Little music. And they've got old dried out pampas grass on top of some of their boats over there. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's to stop them from getting barnacles on the bottom, I don't know. And we're finally making the turnaround. That's a good hour. We cruised up the river, now we're just turning around going back the other way. I don't know if we're going to get a nice sunset or not. Just trying. We might. Life right now. That looks like fun. Now they're pulling out all the stuff. Now they got the disco lights on. Just about back to the Plaza Principal area. Solo en Colombia. Amigos, only in Colombia. Party is over. We're back. Alright, cruise is over. That lasted a good solid 2 hours. And I highly recommend it. 50,000 pesos, 50,000 pesos. That's only about $17 Canadian, 14 US thereabouts. Really fun, really enjoyable, really nice and relaxing. So definitely do it if you're in the Mompox. Well, damas and caballeros, the night isn't over yet. It's only about 6:30 here in Plaza Principal. And I'm hoping that the market a couple blocks away is open again. Yesterday I was there, but my batteries ran out. So I'm going to take a wander down that way. You would have seen all this yesterday, so. But it's a little bit darker now, which actually looks a little cool. Got a moon up there, about 3/4 or more. I can certainly say that the temperature's a lot nicer right now than it was during midday. Feels like it's about only 32 degrees now instead of 36.
Dios te salve María, llena eres de
It is
gracia, el
Sunday.
Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres.
Well, this is good news. The street vendors are out again. I thought they might not be here on a Sunday. But I haven't had anything to eat since 1 o'clock when I had lunch. So let's see what they have here. Got burgers, I think, over here.
Vamos, pero oye, después que yo vaya allá.
What unhealthy food do I want to choose? That's the big question. Jugos naturales, I wouldn't mind that. Pizza, no, I don't think so. Although it's tempting. Comidas rápidas, more hamburgers. Those hot dogs kind of look good, but try to refrain from that. Buenas. Gracias. It's like basically we have hamburgers, pizza, and hot dogs, so that's covering all the healthy food groups, so that's always good. Joking, of course. Buenas.
Juguitos naturales. Tenemos naranjada, limonada, guanábana, anís, pero zapote, tomate árbol, mora, fresa, maracuyá.
¿Cuánto es por
a 6,000 los vasos?
¿Cómo?
A 6,000. A 6,000 un vaso de esto.
Ah, ok.
Tanto en agua como en leche, como lo desee. Tenemos piña, mango, papaya, tamarindo, guayaba agria, borojó, lulo.
Tiene muchos.
Tenemos todos los sabores. Para hacerle real, tenemos todos los sabores.
Pero, ¿otra vez cuánto es?
6,000.
6,000, ok. Perdón.
¿De qué lo desea?
¿Y en leche también es 6,000?
Sí, claro.
Ok. ¿Cuál sabor? ¿Maracuyá?
¿Maracuyá? ¿En leche?
En leche.
¿Azúcar normal o bajito?
Piquito. Sí.
¿Me puedes sentar por acá?
Bueno. Well, that's a start. Have a juice that's fairly healthy. Buenas noches, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, usted.
Tiene hamburguesas, ¿cierto?
Sí. carne criolla.
Ok. ¿Y cuánto es por una hamburguesa doble? Con doble carne.
La doble. Ah, la doble 18. Ahí vamos la mini. ¿Cuánto vale? 18.
18.
Entonces serían... Trae 2 carnes, trae papitas. Gana.
Ok. Pues, bueno, pues una.
Una doble.
Sí.
Una hamburguesa doble. Allá hay mesita, allá hay mesita.
Voy a esperar
¿Un jugo? ¿Va a pedir jugo?
por acá.
Ah, bueno, bueno, bueno.
Gracias. All right.
Dígame, ¿qué desea?
¿Cómo?
¿Desea algo más?
Ah, no, todo bien. Tengo una hamburguesa. Got the smoothie maestro working over there. Together a maracuja. I think that's it. We're in the final stages. Ice. That looks like a lot of sugar if that's mine. I told him a little bit of sugar. Oh well, what I can do. Here we go.
Pruebe a ver qué tal le llevó azúcar.
Bueno. Excelente. Gracias. So my maracuja drink, 6,000 pesos. 6,000. That's only $2 Canadian, dollar whatever, 40 US. It's a pretty good size drink for 6,000. Hola, ¿cómo estás? 18, ¿cierto?
Tiene un palillo yo.
All right, everything is here now. That's a pretty freaking big hamburger. French fries, not healthy, but Sunday exception day, we'll call it. To be honest with you, this hamburger is so huge, and the burger's kind of falling out the side. It's almost impossible to eat. It's not bad. The quality of the meat isn't super great, but 18,000 for a doble carne is not too bad. Well, I just went from pretty hungry to overstuffed. That was pretty good. Fun too. Good atmosphere. So, with all that done, it's time to head back to the hotel. Okay, damas y caballeros, I'm going to wrap things up here. Day 2 in Mompox, Colombia. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I think I am going to stay one extra night. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. And remember, there is no you in Colombia, so hopefully you can come visit this beautiful country with loud honking horns someday. Until next time, hasta los tacos. Ciao.